Hi, Malika.
I actually joined, but that time I didn't see you, so I exited. I just exited. Yeah. And I said, let me go grab
Yeah.
a glass of water in the meanwhile.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
I start like 4:25.
Uh-huh.
That maybe, yeah, just like few seconds here and there.
That's okay. Yeah.
How you been?
Yeah, yeah. How I've been this week has been really too very busy. Like I told you, I have guests at home.
Uh,
Yeah, so kind of, and children moreover.
okay.
So
Okay.
kids, small kids. So when they are around, how much
Correct.
of chaos, how much of chaos it is all
Yes.
around.
Yes. Right.
And I'm like, I have only one child at home. So I'm like, there's silence otherwise.
Ah,
And suddenly when something like this happens, I go like bonkers, एकदम शांति भंग हो जाता है. So yeah, that's why I couldn't actually go through anything.
okay.
Yeah, all this while I was, I mean, with the children and in the house when I mean, there are people, so many people around, like, it
Uh,
becomes difficult.
uh, yes,
So,
I can understand.
yeah. So once they are like back to their place, then, things will be set right.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So, but in the meanwhile, I just checked that, then that's why I messaged you, that I couldn't see that recordings. At least I think the week one, there was some error it was showing. The week two, I could see. I mean,
Okay.
I was able to download,
Uh,
but week one, I couldn't actually watch. I still had some problems. Yeah.
so I mailed you also the
Yeah,
same.
yeah. You mailed me. You mailed me. I didn't open that also. I didn't open that. And you said you'll send the YouTube recordings on YouTube, no?
No, but I mailed you two mails which
Mm.
you that each mail earlier one had both weeks meditation and worksheets.
Okay.
Then I sent you two mails. I think
With
day before yesterday
okay.
as G drives link.
Okay, okay, okay. Because I have not checked. I have not checked. Because last we
Ah,
spoke, after that I didn't check.
okay,
Before that I checked, and I remember you telling me that you'll send me on YouTube.
correct.
So
Then
yeah, yeah.
after that I deleted, and because the file size was also not very high,
Okay.
so I said let me use then G drive, at least you can download them.
Okay, okay. That will be great. Yeah, that will be easier.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So I couldn't check. So I will check maybe today or tomorrow. And
yeah.
in the meanwhile, I was like coordinating with the other team also. I said no that there's a training going to be conducted for the NGO. So I was pretty much interested in going ahead with that.
Ah,
So they said, and it apparently happens on third and fourth.
okay.
So third and fourth. So that is on Sunday and Monday.
Fourth is Monday, correct.
Monday. Third is so I was waiting to check the timing with them. So the timing they confirmed just a day back yesterday. They
Okay,
said it is from 10 to 4,
okay.
10 o'clock in the morning to 4 o'clock in the evening. So there's like 2 days. There's going to be 5 days, 5 hours of training.
Ah,
So probably they have a module set which
ah,
they want us to train, like
correct,
so they already have designed something. So for that, they want to give us training. So along with
correct.
me, there are a couple of other trainers also who have agreed
Ah,
to join in.
okay.
Yeah. So that's why I said I'll let you know what
Wonderful.
time. Yeah. But it
So that's
happens, yeah, Sunday and Monday. So next
correct,
Sunday.
correct. So will you be able to make it, or reschedule
Uh,
the meeting?
we'll have to reschedule, sir. So
Reschedule.
yeah.
Okay.
Sunday तो नहीं हो पाएगा. Sunday, Monday. Maybe in the weekday if you can do it.
Yeah, then we will do.
Yeah, any within the weekdays I'll be free until I start with that training.
Yeah. Maybe then,
Wednesday कर सकते हैं. मतलब I mean depends. You tell me.
yeah, either Wednesday. Wednesday seems little difficult because
Okay.
another meeting lined up.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay.
So either Tuesday if it is okay, or
Huh.
yeah,
Yeah. Tuesday is okay. Fine.
Yeah, Tuesday then again same afternoon.
Afternoon, 4:30.
Yes, 4:30.
Okay, done. Yeah. So once we get over, because the last day is clashing actually.
No problem. No problem.
When I took it up, I didn't know that it would clash. Uh, and
That's okay.
yeah. So Tuesday we'll
Sometimes,
schedule it for Tuesday. That's fine.
yeah, because I need
If
to then take a 2 hours Zoom time.
Okay.
So that is why.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But you use the paid Zoom or you use the free one, sir?
No, free one is 40-minute maximum.
40 minutes. But then it gets extended, no? I mean, you
No,
can, no?
no.
You can extend it?
Only first two sessions can be extended.
Oh, okay.
Yes. After that, it automatically get,
Acha. Okay.
yes.
Okay.
So it is the portal
Right.
I have tie up with.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to go through that channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is.
Okay. Take it. Fair enough. If there's any change, then I'll let you know, maybe on Monday only. अगर ट्यूसडे नहीं हो पाता है तो मतलब नहीं मंडे नहीं उससे पहले पता चल जाएगा
Because
ट्यूसडे का
once I lined up there, then it's
हाँ
for
yes
me
yes
also to
yeah no
again reschedule and again reschedule.
I understand so
Or
जो whatever it is I'll come to know in this week only so maybe tomorrow day after the Tuesday
yeah,
probably there'll be nothing so it's just 2 days they have told me I
correct.
mean I don't see anything happening yeah
Or if you want, then we can do it on Thursday.
Thursday Tuesday or Thursday okay
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you know. I mean fingers crossed. I'm hoping there is nothing, but because अभी तक तो उन्होंने यही बोला है कि Sunday and Monday, 2
Correct.
days.
So in case they extend, then it is maximum Tuesday.
Yeah,
So I am
yeah,
saying either Tuesday or then we can schedule on Thursday.
Thursday. Yeah, because there with me there are people who are working also, so they also have agreed to volunteer for
Ah,
this. So they
ah,
might not be able to take extended holiday ना मतलब एक दिन तो ले ही रहे हैं Monday.
ah.
Monday तो ले ही रहे हैं तो Tuesday नहीं ले पाएंगे. So no, but they've told 10 hours of training, so five hours each day.
5 hours each day.
Yeah.
Because from the same week I am starting my new session,
Okay.
and it will be like a 3-day class.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, like I am also coming up with more ideas, and
Mm-hmm.
so I need to plan then accordingly everything, and then
Sure, definitely.
uh,
Not
yeah,
a problem. Yeah. The same thing you're doing, I mean, the same program, mindfulness.
same program, but it's a different sort of uh, topics. Topics are same, but I'm designing it in a different way.
Okay.
It's it's a 3-day workshop. Then there are 3 sessions, and then fourth will be live session.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So overall, the content is taken from this content.
Mm-hmm.
Like 8 week is much larger content. Then there is it can be designed for 12 week also, because there is so much to add in mindfulness.
Yes.
Yeah. There is no end to it, to be frankly, because every day when we start practicing mindfulness, and we come up with different things, and then we suddenly immediately realize, oh, that I was not prepared for, or this whole approach can also be in mindfulness. So that way, or looking at that, how the trend is going on. So I thought, let me design for a shorter duration.
Okay.
So, but curriculum is taken from this one.
Okay. So the 8 weeks one, you're, comprising it. मतलब छोटा कर रहे हैं इसको. 8 weeks वाला.
It's just like 3 lectures.
Okay.
Just 3 lectures and very limited.
Mm-hmm.
But if people see benefit, then okay, you want to have more hands-on to it, then there is another program.
Yes.
Then 8 weeks, so it depends.
Okay.
Yeah, you can say that's sort of a marketing.
Yes.
Sometimes you need to play with that.
Yes. Now, and moreover, now everything is like online. Most of the trainings that come up like offline, I think very few are happening in the
Exactly.
market. So everybody is like online now.
Yeah, I was checking with a couple of more different. It's not an organization, but yes, they are conducting more or less not in the line of mindfulness, but
Mhm.
classes.
Okay.
They are in Thane only or in Navi Mumbai also,
Mm-hmm.
but they are doing it completely online,
Ah,
and they are not even providing the recording of the program also.
okay.
It is like, you have to attend.
You have to attend it live.
Yes, there is no other way around. If
Mm.
you skip, then you skip.
Mm. Correct, correct.
So yeah. So,
But it's really wonderful. Like these days, like everything is online. So, I mean, whatever, at least I felt like whatever I wanted to learn out of curiosity, there was there
correct.
because there is so much out there which you want to learn, like law of attraction हो गया, ये सारी चीजें मतलब मैंने सुना था बहुत पहले, like but
Ah,
there was never time, and there was a time when everything was offline,
offline and
and you
very
had to,
expensive then.
yeah, expensive, you spend your time, you spend money, and उतना दो 10 दिन भी होता था, कभी एक हफ्ता होता
Correct.
था. If you're working, it's not possible.
Possible.
So I used to always think that when these things will, like, will be accessible.
Yeah,
you
very
know
true. Very true. I in fact enrolled for NLP
mm,
physical class for 5 days, morning to evening. And then some urgency came, and then I enrolled, but I attended only one day, and after that I had to
mm,
go to travel up to another city, and then nothing happened after that.
ah,
And then I enrolled for online session.
mm,
So during online session also, then my mother was hospitalized for a few days. Again, those sessions were skipped.
mm.
Then again, I enrolled for another.
Yeah,
So yes, that time it was, there were a lot of,
yeah,
and you don't have control on those things.
correct.
And because they were, you know, more people were involved, and reschedule was also not possible.
Not possible. Yeah,
Correct.
correct.
But yes, then I learned this NLP also, and law of attraction also. And then my
Mm.
recommended me to Ho'oponopono. I did that also.
Oh, you did Ho'oponopono also. That's wonderful. That's I
Yeah.
love that technique. Even
Yeah.
I've gone through through that, but I've not gone through a certification. But
Uh-huh.
it's really nice. It's a very
Yeah.
nice way. The story of how it has been discovered, and
Correct.
and how the healing technique. It's very easy to
Yes.
be taught, and when you practice, also you feel very good about it. Yeah. Mm.
But I think hopefully you will learn something which really, if you are paying attention and your mind is like completely alert,
Mm-hmm.
in today's session you will be able to relate. Oh, this already has that.
Okay.
This has been is being practiced for ages,
Okay.
and still you are unaware. Okay, this is linked to law of attraction and open also,
Mm. Okay.
and at the same time the EFT also. If
Oh, EFT. I know about EFT as well. Yeah.
yes,
Emotional freedom technique.
correct. So
That's
if I tell
also.
you,
So everything is interconnected.
that meditation is all that,
Hmm.
law
Yeah.
of attraction, how to change frequency.
Hmm.
Law of attraction works on based on the frequency.
Correct.
There are certain techniques. So this is what in the mindfulness you are learning,
Hmm.
that where your frequency is going down. The second arrow which we learned last,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
and the other things also. The first week also when we learn about the working of mind,
Hmm.
that past, present, and unnecessarily, aimlessly wondering.
Hmm.
And that's where that mindfulness or the awareness of in the present moment comes.
Hmm.
And And that's how you are able to catch your mind
Correct.
is going, and then bring it back to the present moment, and your actually emotional frequency changes.
But mind, it is such a complex machine. Actually, it is like it's like an actual monkey. Like the moment it goes here and there, then you're like gone. You're not able to focus. You're not able to, like, either you're thinking about the future, you're worrying about the future. So it really needs a lot of control to get that back, and then you start feeling a little low. Like today also I was feeling a little low, kind of a little bit low, kind of. I was thinking about my mother whom I just lost, last
Hmm.
year, so
Okay.
I've uh,
Yeah.
a little bit of loneliness setting in.
Hmm.
Oh, that there's no one now, kind of, people are away, and
Yeah.
so all that. So sometimes it becomes even a split second. If you're not like there at that moment, your mind just takes you anywhere.
Anyway,
Yeah. And then
yes.
yeah,
But I tell you, Buddhism goes so deeply into that. It says that there are 3,000 realms in a single moment.
there are 3000.
Realms,
Okay.
realms in a single moment. So how much you will be able to catch it
Hmm.
in a split second, in a moment? There are like 3,000 times it can fluctuate.
Hmm.
They are so deep that, like the mental condition I'm talking about, that within that single moment you can experience the hellish condition and at the same time the highest condition which Gautam Buddha attained. In that single moment you can experience that.
Hmm.
There are like certain 3,000s. You can imagine that now, how
Hmm.
complex it can be.
Hmm. Yeah.
So Buddhism is so deep. When I started, I mean, not in terms of only theory, but theory gives us sort of manual to then how to stir that life and being in the present.
Hmm.
Let me share with you. It's a course. It's not a part of this course, but I'll share with you one story.
Hmm.
And the story is that there was a one ghost catcher, and as we know that ghost catcher, they have certain powers, and then they, by spelling certain kind of mantras, they catch that souls. So that ghost catcher caught one ghost, and he went to sell it. So this is more of a aha moment for you. It could be aha moment for you before the session. So the ghost catcher, went to sell that ghost, and as he was carrying that in the bottle, so one businessman saw that, and he went to this, whatever you called it, Rishi or Baba, and he said, "What is this in the bottle?" He said that this is a ghost, and it's a very powerful ghost. He said it has a quality that you give it whatever work you have, it will finish that work in like split second, very quickly. And he said, "Wow, that's wonderful." But he said, "Whatever work I will assign to that ghost, will it do that?" He said, "Of course it will do that." And he said, "Okay, what is the cost?" And he said 500 gold coins. So businessman was very big businessman, and he had business in multiple countries. He said, "Just 500 gold coins?" He said, "Yes." He said, "Why is such a powerful ghost for such a low cost?" He said, "It has a limit, a drawback." Okay. He said, "What is the drawback?" He said, "If you won't assign the work, it will start eating you." So the catch was really tough. But the businessman thought that I have so much work and in so many countries. If I assign the work to this ghost, it will take months and years. And by the time he will finish, there is more work pending. So he paid 500 gold coins and he purchased that ghost. And he set that ghost free. The moment he set it free and he started asking, give me work, give me work, give me work, otherwise I'll start eating. So the businessman assigned him work and he said, now let me relax, let him complete. It will take at least 6 to 7 months. But like it came back quickly. He said, give me work. He said, give me work means what? You have finished all the work. He said, yes, I have finished all the work. It's impossible. It was supposed to take you months and you have come back in like a week's time. And again, he's asking for work. And the businessman couldn't find any work, and that ghost like really started making his life messy. And that then after some time, whenever there was a work, he used to assign to that ghost and instantly it will come back. Now give me work. And this made him like really started worrying that how to deal with this ghost now. And then there was a monk going on, and he saw this. He came to this businessman, and businessman looked a little worried. And then monk asked that, why are you worried? And he told him about that ghost, that if there is no work assigned, then it start eating me. He said, that's the only worry. He said, yes. He said, it's a very simple. He said, please, help me how to deal with this. He said, get a bamboo, but get a long one. He said, okay. He said, now place it in your garden. Make him standing in the garden area. Make it a standing bamboo. He said, whenever you have work, you give the work to the ghost. And once there is no work, just tell the start going up and down on that bamboo. So you're relieved. Now you understood? What?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. So empty mind is the devil's workshop.
Yes. So our mind is such a powerful. If it is left alone, it will start eating us.
Yes.
So the bamboo is the breath.
Yeah. Yeah.
Assign the work. Focus here. Don't go anywhere.
Don't go.
So it will remain in that area.
Correct.
But if you don't assign, then it creates problem. So when there is a work, do the work, come back here.
Come.
Do the work, come back here. So this is
that was real good one.
Yes. That's why I shared with you that it could be an aha moment for you before this.
Yes.
This is what is mindfulness. So how was the progress on the second week? Whatever you learned, whatever you remember.
Yes, what I remember was about the intention.
Wonderful.
So, but I really couldn't set any. Like I said, I the last whole week was like I was going mad with things around. I could not actually mentally be calm and like kind of find time for myself. And I'm kind of a person who needs a little bit of silence and solace, kind of to be, because I've always been in that zone, and suddenly when I see so much happening around me, I get like go bonkers. The house is all in mess and everything is happening around now. Also, like I've closed the door, the children are like coming out and in. So, and they're small children, they don't understand too. So you can't tell them anything. They're just around 2 and 5 years old. So they're actually brother's kids.
Okay.
Actually, they're flying abroad, so they've come here for some time.
Yeah.
He's flying abroad with the family.
Okay.
Maybe next week.
Okay.
So until then, they are here.
Yeah.
So that's why my whole house is like in a mess now, with children running around and my daughter taking care of them at times. But she is a little older, so she also is like she likes to be very like me, calm and quiet. That way. So the house is in a real mess, and I don't really I'm a person who's kind of loves a little bit of loneliness, silence,
Yeah.
a little bit of calmness. And that's why when there are people around, I don't go for any such programs,
Hmm.
because I'm not able to give my 100%. I'm not able to concentrate then. It's like I need my own space. But then this was unexpected, and I just signed up, and I didn't know that they'll be coming here. Yeah. So, but then it happened. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I hope that this mindfulness will help you to
Yes.
see the limitations.
True.
I am saying mindfulness will help you to see the limitation because when we are actually talking about mindfulness, trust me, it is all about being open and experiencing the vastness which exists within us. The limitations are created by us only.
Mm.
I had a thought of writing a book, Sky is the Limit, and in which I thought that there is a cage and in the background there is a sky, and the man is inside that cage, and there was a wings broken lying on the base of that cage, and all over that, bleeding. But still, sky is the limit. So though we are talking about the sky in the limit, but actually we are still in the cage. Even the person who's saying that sky is the limit, in terms of even business also, still there is a limit. So this has just become a phrase, but not inside here that become a sky or become a limitless. But mindfulness is all about, breaking through those shells. Like Ravindranath Tagore, I remember my mentor shared that story, that it's a poem, I think. And Ravindranath Tagore shared that the birds, take two births. One when they come out of the egg, and second when they start flying. And similarly, Buddhism also talk about that we also have two births. One when we come into this world, and the second when we break free from that all that learning we have adopted after coming to this world. So the all that learning we have done, actually mindfulness is all about reverse engineering, that who am I? Seeing thought as thought, that we did that intention and emotions. So emotions are part of me, not me. A lot of people are living in a misconception that I am feeling sad. It's not I am feeling sad. I am observing that there is a feeling of sadness. So there is an I which is observing in the body, but which is not the body. And
There's such a deep connection to this, actually. So we are saying
sorry,
that no, no. So that there's such a deep connection to what you're saying, actually. I mean, I'm observing the emotion, like externally.
correct,
Like I am not that part.
exactly,
So like I'm observing the body.
exactly.
So indirectly, we are saying the soul is observing the body. Yeah. I don't know if I'm able to put it in a right way. Is that
No, no, definitely. There is a I which is actually not a soul,
okay? Okay.
which is not a soul, which is actually, I mean, if we go deeper, then there is no individual soul, and there's again a lot of, I mean, it's a spiritual angle, but lack of understanding create again the barriers to go beyond that, and this is also one of the barriers, that I'm an individual soul. According to law of attraction, I don't know, that also talk about that you are that energy
Hmm. Energy.
which is free, which is the one with that entire universe. So the soul, when we say that individual soul, then it is a limitation that I am that individual.
Hmm.
But when we talk about I am that one, I mean, spirituality is always talking about that oneness. There is no duality. But when we are talking about that I am that individual soul, then there is a duality.
Right.
There are two. One is me and the one is that maybe universe, or maybe the God, maybe the divine powers, or maybe, the entire world or the entire population. So there is a one me which is separated from the other. But even the law of attraction also talk about there are no two. It is you who have adopted that perception or the view towards yourself. And from there that whole suffering arises. So that is the whole, the main cause of the suffering. And I remember one statement by Gautam Buddha. He said that I know the mind of all the living beings. Their mind has been pierced by the arrow of difference. And day and night they are thinking about removing the arrow from the other person's mind. Not even a single time they think of removing from their own mind. So that arrow of difference, that I am different from the other person, is the cause of my limitation. I have a meditation on my YouTube channel also, that we are same. How we are same is that I am also into this world as in flesh and bones. Other being is also in the flesh and bones. I am also experiencing emotion. Other being is also experiencing emotion. I go through certain situation. Other beings are also going through certain situations. So if we see, we are all the same. But this sort of barrier or partition of difference is so strong in our mind. It doesn't let us cross that barrier. Like that Great Wall of China or the East and West Germany. So when the wall was created, they could not cross. So this actually doesn't allow us to cross that. The wall of separation we have created in our mind. So anyway, I think this is going into another direction. Let us come back to mindfulness.
But that was really nice. That was really. And what is your YouTube channel, sir? YouTube channel?
Be the Change, Kamal-BE.
Okay. Be the Change. Okay.
I will share with you the link.
Yeah, share the link, please.
Yeah. And that is why I kept it Be the Change rather than talking about the change. So yeah, let's move forward. We are now on week 3. So this is what we learned last week: intention versus goals, where we talk about that goals are the outside physical things which we set, maybe traveling to somewhere, or the business or success, or the wealth, or this or that. Whereas intention is something internal. I choose to be. How I choose to be at this moment, this day. And then we had that intention setting card. So in the morning we set our intention, and this is how we choose to be today, irrespective of whatever is coming. Then we did that emotional awareness, the purpose of being aware of that emotion, so that we can really master that, the force behind which is understanding this emotion. Like I shared with you that instead of saying that I am upset, the moment I say that, I observe there is a feeling of upset, so that I get detached from that feeling, or I come to the right place to observe things, like standing at the beach side, not getting drawn in the sea or the lake or the river, whatever you call it, being at the bank side, and then observing the waves of emotions, waves of thoughts, from the bank, from the beach. And the benefit is that then we are like in the right position to observe, and then we start seeing them as a uh, how transient or how short living, or how quickly they passes away. And then we talk about second arrow, which keep us uh, locked in that kind of emotional state, not being able to come out of that. So that is how the mind works. I hope you remember second arrow.
Yeah.
So that was the last week, and there was a worksheet also. So I think you go through that what are the second arrows you are shooting at yourself. So there was a 3-week worksheet, and observe how much it has done harm to you, and rate from 1 to 10. So every day you be in that mode of mindfulness, or be in that mode of observer, or be in that mode of awareness. Then that's how you are able to practice that detachment, or the practice of non-being, not being into that state of suffering, but observing that there is a certain heart, but you create that pause or the gap between second arrow and third arrow. You unknowingly keep on shooting. So now let us move forward. So as I shared in the first week also, and you asked also that what is the difference between meditation and mindfulness. So I shared that yes, there is a meditation is a formal meditation, but again in the meditation also we may not be mindful, but in the mindfulness we do meditation. So then it becomes much more effective. But if somebody is just sitting and meditating, but not, the intention is not set that, okay, what is the meditation I'm doing today? Maybe it is the breath, maybe it is the thought observation, maybe it is the meditation on sound, maybe it is the meditation on body sensation. So the intention has to be set. And then meditation happens in a mindful way. And for the formal meditation, we all know that there is a certain time need to be assigned, either in the morning or afternoon or evening or before going to bed. So a specific time amount, 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 hour, one need to assign, take out that separate time. And informal meditation is very different to the formal meditation, where you are not assigning separate time or the as a agenda of the activity, but here you are, whatever you are doing, whatever activity you are engaged in throughout the day, you can start practicing mindfulness. Even like getting up in the morning. So the moment you, even if your eyes are closed, but your mind is telling you that you are awake, and then instantly, or coming to the state of mindfulness, okay, I am awake. Take that mindful breath before opening your eyes. So mindfulness can start from that time also. So taking 1 breath, 2 breaths, 3 breaths, 5 breaths, 10 breaths, it's up to you. Taking that mindful breath while laying in the bed, and then opening your eyes, and then even in your mind, you setting the intention, and then you get into your household chores, cooking food, eating food, taking shower, washing dishes, or at working also, workplace also, or like the picture also shows that folding the clothes, t-shirt, or that every activity we do we bring our mind to that activity. Our body is doing that activity, but our mind goes somewhere else. So let me share again story. There was a Buddhist monk, I think his name was Bodhidharma, and he was third or fourth patriarch after Gautam Buddha. And he went to China, and he was well known, and people already talk about Bodhidharma in China. So the kingdom he went to, the king already knew about this Bodhidharma, and he sent his messenger and informed that Bodhidharma that the king want to meet him, because there is a so much difficulty in handling the kingdom. I mean, different kind of people, and so many issues. So he sent a message by that messenger that tell your king to come with your mind. And he informed the king, and he wondered, what does that mean, that come with your mind means? If I'm going there, my mind is already with me. So at that assigned time and day, he reached there, and Bodhidharma, he bowed to Bodhidharma, and Bodhidharma bowed back, and he said that I was told that bring your mind I mean, I had to bring my mind with me. And he said that, of course, I am here, my mind is also here. So Bodhidharma said, okay, fine, tell me where is your mind at this moment. And he sat to look at the mind. Where is it right now? And he couldn't find it. And the thought flashed in his mind, but where is that mind? And then he said that I can't see my mind. Only thing I can observe is the thoughts. He said, exactly. There is no mind. There's only the thoughts. So the thoughts keep on coming and going. But mind, when we talk about being in the moment, in terms of mental exercise also. So the mind has a nature of thinking. Like the fire has a nature of light, illumination. The ice has a nature of cooling. Similarly, mind has its own nature, that is thinking, and it keep on thinking. But when we talk about mindfulness, means being here, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, whatever you call it, psychologically. So that is how that mindfulness comes. And mindfulness can be while drinking tea. So drinking tea means I'm taking sip. The moment that sip, touch my tongue, I taste maybe sweetness, or if it is without sugar, I know without sugar. And I like, and instantly my mind goes somewhere else. So that is where noticing that, okay, my mind has gone. That is also mindfulness. That eye is constantly watching. Though it is gone, but still that eye is aware. So that is what is mindfulness. And it's a informal mindfulness. So definitely, like I shared, that formal meditations are the mindfulness, but for that mindfulness, one need to practice at a certain time, and certain time need to be assigned, place need to be checked. Like you are saying that there are guests, so you are not able to take out that time. But there are informal practices also to be included apart from that routine physical activities. What else can be in the part of mindfulness? So you know this box breathing?
I think we practice this in yoga.
Box breathing is not a yoga.
But somewhat like this we practice in yoga also.
Okay.
Inhale
Yes,
and
you
then
can
hold.
improve.
Yeah. Yes.
Like I shared that there are mindful movements. So these are all part of yoga also. In other countries, yoga is considered as a mindfulness. Meditation, not mindfulness, meditation. And the purpose of yoga is to bring mind and body together, not a physical exercise. Like normally Surya Namaskar and people start counting, and after that when they learn by heart, it becomes their part of regular exercise, they start performing on their own. But the whole purpose of yoga was to practice each breath, each body movement in a mindful way. So it can be done standing or sitting or wherever one is, workplace, traveling by train, wherever one is, one doesn't need to, one does not need to go somewhere in a quiet place and then do that. Or one need to get into that, like you said, that part of yoga. So one does not need to think that, okay, I'm doing yoga, so I need certain space to stretch my body. So that is why these are all informal mindfulness. And it can be as short as 30 seconds and as long as 30 minutes also. Or 5 minutes or 7 minutes, whatever one feels. So
I'll just switch on the lights, sir. Just give me a moment.
yeah, yeah. So you know this, or shall we do this practice?
Yes, I know it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't
So
want me to do this as a practice?
we can do it. No
Okay.
problem. I mean, we
Let's
can practice. Yeah.
yes, let's do that then.
Yeah.
For that, again, I need to switch my audio settings. Box breathing meditation. This simple box breathing technique is used to help regulate our autonomic nervous system. It helps to calm our mind in times of high stress or anxiety, when you need clarity or focus. It is a very simple technique.
As we know, box has 4 sides and all are equal in size. So this technique is all about doing the breathing, holding, exhaling, and again holding for same amount of time. So begin your inhale that lasts for 4 seconds long or the count of 4. At the top of your inhale, you hold your breath for a count of 4. Then you exhale for a count of 4. And at the bottom of your exhale, you hold your breath again for a count of 4. Then you repeat the cycle of beginning again at the top with a count of 4. Repeat this for few times. Now the 4-second guideline is really just a guideline. You can make it for the count of 5 or 6 or 7. It is up to you. And for the equal amount of count, you hold. And then exhale. And then hold. And if you are somebody who does breathing exercise on regular basis, you may find that 4 seconds is a limited amount of time for you. You can just increase the time, and you can increase the duration of the time also from 2 minutes to 5 minutes or 10 minutes, again up to you.
Yes. So this is a very good intervention, especially when somebody is, just running from, one activity to other activity, or, a lot of pressure, work pressure, or, this small exercise can really create a pause. And at the same time, like if we make it a habit, the second arrow, before shooting the arrow, this can be a great intervention. Create a pause. So that creating pause really help us to come to that state of, balanced state, sort of observing that what is going on, or rather taking that control back. And it can be done anywhere, anytime, for any amount of time also. So it is about building that habit. So anything you have to share on this, Malika?
No, sir.
So just include that in your, daily routine activities, or maybe just have it in the back of your mind.
Yep.
Whenever there is something, The mind
Yeah.
should immediately like give you the file that, okay, this is what you need to do now.
Yeah.
Like when we type a Google, word, it starts suggesting. So your mind should automatically come into the mindful way and tell you that, okay, this is what you can do. Suggestion. So that is what is mindfulness is all about, that whenever, whatever we are experiencing, and then parallelly to that emotion, even that anger or frustration or restlessness or irritation, the awareness is there about this one emotion only. But when we start practicing mindfulness, then the mindfulness comes here, which is observing, okay, this is going on. I am here, that in a mindful way. And then you choose another option also. So this is what people are aware of, that anger or frustration or irritation or whatever. But mindfulness is above that, which tells you that this is going on. And then you have another option, another choice. And this is one of the choice. One of the choice. The second is 5 senses mindfulness exercise. You know that? No. Okay. So we have these 5 senses, and how these senses can lead us to practice mindfulness. Normally, yes, people are seeing things, but there is a process going on in the back of our mind, or hearing things and suddenly like certain back of our mind, what comes up we even don't know, or the smell or the touch or the taste. Like looking at food, immediately mind start releasing certain chemicals, and then we feel hungry if it is to our taste, and the smell of the food make us hungry, or hearing about food create certain, and they all happen at the back of our mind. We are not aware. So how this mindfulness help us to unstuck from where we are finding ourselves stuck, emotionally, psychologically. So this exercise is like 5 things you need to notice what you are seeing. Look around and bring your awareness to 5 things. It can be color also, but it cannot be the normal things which you see normally, because your mind does not recognize normal things. Like you come to your house every day, you see the same colors on your walls, same bed sheets, everything is same. Your mind doesn't notice that. So here you are consciously telling your mind to pick 5 things what you are seeing. So what could be the 5 things? Notice around and see what are the 5 things. Maybe you can write down. So take 5 minutes and let me explain you this whole exercise. You notice 5 things which you are seeing, but not the obvious one. Then
Sir, can you repeat that? You see 5 things which you're seeing, but not the routine
obvious
thing.
one.
Obvious one. Okay, okay.
Like I'm seeing a gray color on my wall. That is a very regular thing. Then you need to pick 4 things which you can feel. It can be the texture or the other thing, like you are sitting here right now and maybe the AC air or the fan air.
I lost your voice in between, sir. I think my internet connection.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are able to currently feel the texture, your hand touches, how does it feel? Again, 4 things. 5 things, seeing, 4 things, feeling. Then 3 things, 3 sounds you can hear. So I'm sure, in the background, there could be many sounds. But because mind is not tuned to that, mind is caught up in the very mundane things. So 3 sounds you can hear. And then 2 things you can smell. Right now, maybe. And that 1 taste you can recall. You can recall even taste also. If I ask you lemon or pani puri, immediately your mind produce the same taste on your tongue. So that 1 taste.
Five things which I can see, obvious. 5 things which I can see, 4 things which I can feel, 3 things which I can hear.
3 sounds you can hear, yes.
3 sounds, yeah, and 2 which I can smell.
Yes.
And 1 which I can the taste.
Correct.
Okay.
So today it can be maybe consciously you are doing the exercise, but when it becomes very, it comes to your, neurons or your body cells, you immediately remember now, okay, what exercise you need to do now. So that is what is mindfulness.
And all of them needs to be done in, I mean, at the same time, like,
No. You can see, you can go one by one, not all same time. Okay, I can see 5 things. What are the 5 things?
Okay.
And then you go to 4 things you can feel. And then next step is 3 sounds you can hear. So one
by one
one by one.
So when we do this exercise, do we note it down also? Do we note
maybe
it down?
here you can note down, but you are somewhere out and something is like emotionally you suddenly feel that you are not up to that point where you are suddenly, like, our mind suddenly like creates something which we are not aware. We of sudden we start feeling low, and then we want to run away from that emotion. No, I am getting into this, I can't feel like that. And when you start telling your mind I can't feel like that, the more you resist, more it persists. So these are the intervention. These are the mindfulness exercises. That instead of thinking I can't feel like this, let me notice what I can see, and immediately lift your spirit. What I can feel.
But how do you recommend to start this, like, for someone who's like, I've not done this before, like, the box breathing, at least I know about it and we've practiced in a kind of, but this is something new to me. So what do you recommend to a beginner? Like, how should we actually go about practicing this?
Okay, let me suppose you are conducting your session somewhere. You are going to a college and you find that there is so much noise and you are not able to concentrate. And your mind immediately tells you that, there is so much disturbance, I'm not able to concentrate. or children are not in the zone of learning, or they are not paying attention. And without even you realizing, your attention has gone somewhere else. You are feeling or you are noticing that certain things are not the way it should be, they should be. But you are not able to notice that my attention has gone somewhere else. Whereas I need to focus on what I am doing. So what are the 5 things which are you can see? Maybe certain things are written on the wall, or maybe outside you see a bird, or maybe a cloud passes by, or maybe a certain butterfly appears on the window. It can be anything which immediately, like, oh, you did not notice this, and it was already there. Or the 4 things you need to feel is, maybe you are holding a pointer in your hand. How much you are putting pressure on holding it? There is a fan air I can feel on my skin. Yeah, there is a chair I'm sitting on, and I can feel that, okay, my hand is there like this, but I'm not noticing while I'm talking. I'm talking to you, my hand is moving, and I'm not seeing it because my mind is controlling unconsciously, and it comes back to my arm. Or I'm able to feel that pressure against the table here on my elbow, but my mind was somewhere else. Or the sounds, maybe aeroplane is going on, or maybe bird is chirping, or maybe the heartbeat you can listen. So this is like coming back to that state of mindfulness, where your mind has taken you somewhere else into a negative side. You come back into a mindful state. Yeah, so like just talking to her, my hand went like this, and I immediately realized, okay, my hand is now like this. Earlier it was like this. So this is where we come back to the present moment. The sounds, the obvious sound is noise. When you are teaching in the college, that is a very obvious sound, but you need to listen or pay attention to something which is not, your mind is not catching. So you come back to the state rather than going off the state. You come back into your control rather than handing over your control to your environment. Your emotional control, your mental control, gone to outside, somebody else's hand, that noise, the surroundings. But by being mindful, you get back your control. Mindfulness is all about coming back to the self, coming back to the present moment, coming back to that, what is going on inside me. Being mindful is all about that, taking control, coming back to the being mode. That intention, who I want to be. Being mindful, okay, I started shooting a second arrow at myself, blaming others. or maybe self-criticizing. I am not able to do that. And then because there is so much noise, that because all are irrelevant, this state need to be cured. The state my mind has gone into. Like when we are ill, when we are sick, so we go to the doctor to cure our body, not cure the air through which I got the bacteria. Isn't it? So these exercises are all that getting back our control on our mind. So hope it is clear. Any sharing on that?
It's clear.
Shall we move forward now? Feet on floor, bottom on chair. Again, very simple exercise. You are working, you get to know something through your colleagues or somebody, and your mind is gone somewhere else. Boom, like the bomb has exploded. This happened, that happened. Either you get into so much emotional state, feeling the pain of the other person, or you feel so much anger towards somebody else because this person did that or that, do that, without you knowing that you have gone somewhere else. These exercises will help you in law of attraction also. Law of attraction says that whatever you are vibrating at, you are attracting. If you are feeling sad or feeling emotionally low or pain, you are inviting more sadness, more pain. And so many times unknowingly, we tell to people, I can feel your pain. Intention is something else. Unknowingly, the sentence came out, I can feel your pain, and I start feeling pain. And then whole day goes into that, thinking about that person, thinking about the pain. And then we say, I don't know why I'm feeling low. The simple statement which came from my own mind. The whole day goes in that low mood. So all these actually exercises, feet on floor, bottom on chair, means you are sitting on your chair and you become mindful. Okay, my feet are flat on the ground. What am I able to feel? The coldness of the floor, or what are the sensations in my feet? The warmth, move forward. What else? And I'm sitting on a chair. How am I feeling? The chair which is supporting my body at this moment. How is it feeling against my skin? Or the posture pressing against the chair? How is my back at this moment? Just become mindful. That's it. The train of thought or the train of feeling which was continuously going on, and you unknowingly boarded in one of the train of thought or emotion, You gone somewhere else, this exercise bring you back. You have created the pause. You have disconnected the link. We have seen that compartments being connected to the train. So you have disconnected that. The similar thoughts. Simple exercise, but very effective. What you are thinking at this moment, what you are feeling. Maybe you are pondering upon something which is like making you feel deeper something. You are not aware even how deep you have thinking. And you started biting your lips. So that is what is mindfulness. What is going on? I don't need to look outside. The real transmitter and receiver is already there, my body and mind. What is it receiving and what is it transmitting? Yeah. So these exercises are all sporting mindfulness triggers, means that only. Paying attention within. And it can be without also, outside also. Like I shared that sometime like in the office, boss is screaming at somebody else, the other colleague listen and then start going into that zone. The same can be trigger for me to practice mindfulness rather than allowing my mind to transport me somewhere else. Let me practice feet on floor, bottom on chair, and disconnect the process. Thinking bad about boss or bad about the person who's being, there in the boss cabin or whatever it can be. So these are all informal mindfulness practices, exercises. And at the same time, yes, we can feel in ourselves also. So they can be out from outside, stimulus can be outside or internal also. And they can become a trigger that now is the time to channel my attention back to the present moment. So the physical, external or sound, or they can be mindful trigger internal. Sometimes, like I said, that out of nowhere we start feeling something is not right. And that is how the mind has become. Find the cause. Why I am feeling? I don't know I am feeling. And why am I feeling this way? There we need to understand, okay, even if I know why I am feeling, will it help me to feel better? When it comes to physical illness, knowing why I have fallen sick help me to cure my body. But why I am feeling sad, even if I know, I will still feel more sad. Okay, I am feeling because this person said 1 month back this, that thought flashed and I'm feeling sad. Why did he say that? Or why did she say this? And I'm feeling sad. Even if I know the cause of my emotionally feeling low, does not help me. What will help me is becoming mindful, knowing that, okay, this is the trigger for me. So body, mind, emotional, and behavior. So these are the same symptoms can become a cause or the trigger for me to practice mindfulness. So now coming to the question, what might serve as an effective trigger for me? You can ask yourself. So what could be, because you know better what bothers you. Maybe the noise from outside, or maybe working in a unhealthy environment, maybe certain kind of behavior from people. So what could be your effective trigger? On day-to-day basis, even if you recall today, what can be the mindful trigger for you?
So it could vary from day to day, right?
Correct.
It
Correct.
could vary. So someday it could be like you said, you mentioned about behavior.
Correct.
So for me, especially, I'm a very, if I talk about me, I'm a very calm person.
Correct.
Unless someone really, I mean, tries to overpower me, by their sound, I don't get triggered. But the moment someone tries to चिल्लाना शुरू करता है जब आवाज, because I'm very low in my voice, low and subtle. But the moment I don't, that triggers my anger actually. Even though I try to control, I don't, मेरे को, I can't take that huge volume if someone tends to shout. No? So that behavior of someone irritates me. So that is a trigger for me actually. अगर किसी ने चिल्ला के कुछ बोल दिया, because I am not that kind of a person. So that brings out a behavior in me which is not me actually. it brings out a behavior which I am actually not, which I don't favor. So if you ask me what is the effective for me, what is the trigger, it is the behavior of people. Because I'm a very calm and composed kind of person. I believe in being very soft and subtle with people. But the moment the opposite person tries to overpower me, that triggers, that immediately triggers that button.
Then what need to be practiced?
Again, mindfulness. Yes.
Okay, now, okay, you can't control
Yes.
other person's behavior.
Correct.
Only thing you can become mindful. Okay, now what arrows you are shooting at yourself?
Correct.
Okay, how to stop shooting those arrows? Box breathing, senses, the FOFBOC. Or there's another one which I will share with you as a bonus, half smile.
Okay, what is that?
It's a very beautiful mindfulness practice which shared by Thich Nhat Hanh, which is considered one of the best mindfulness teacher. I will share with you the book title also, The Miracles of Mindfulness, I think. Okay. You read that book.
Who is the author?
Thich Nhat Hanh.
Can you put that in the chat, sir? I didn't get the name. Khan, the first name?
Thich, Thich.
Okay.
Thich Nhat, N-A-N.
Oh, okay. Thich Nhat.
And H-A-N-N. Thich Nhat, N-A-T-H, sorry. Thich Nhat, N-A-T-H, and Hanh. 3 words.
Okay.
His name is
Miracles of Mindfulness.
From his own country.
Okay.
And he was in Paris, and other countries also, and he was practicing mindfulness, and then he started teaching them also. And then the miracles of mindfulness is all about the letters he wrote back to his friends in the monastery in Vietnam. So very beautiful book. And you will sense, oh, this way of mindfulness I didn't even think about.
What is that half smile one? You didn't share that.
Sorry?
The half smile. You didn't share that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So he has that mindfulness exercise called half smile. Half smile.
Okay.
So whatever you are experiencing, half smile. Think about somebody shouting at you, and you half smile. And then start noticing the reaction from both sides. How you are reacting to that person when you are smiling. There is a half smile on your face, and you are continuously holding that half smile. And then notice how the other person's behavior also changes. You are constantly smiling, and see
Okay.
there is a problem, and you are smiling.
But will that not trigger the other person, or will that not seem like a mockery? Yeah.
See, that is why he said half smile, not full smile.
Okay.
And you are half smiling in your mind.
Acha.
He's shouting at me, and I am mindful. And you are half smiling at yourself also. You are accepting, embracing that Malika, which used to react normally.
Okay.
And you feel so much warmth by seeing yourself, smiling and accepting you open-heartedly. And that's why I said that the transmitter and receiver and that same vibration or the frequency is being transmitted. That half smile vibrational frequency is being transmitted outside in the environment. Just imagine that you are like there and recall the situation. See the whole incident, which was very painful for you, and you start smiling, half smile, and see the difference, the effect it has now on you. So that is what he said, that when we have a half smile, it creates a very different reality. Even the enemies also start appreciating and start accepting, and they also melt down. So there is this mindfulness eating resin exercise. You have done that?
Yes, sir. I've done it before.
So I will not get into that, but
Yeah.
definitely you can. I will share with you that meditation.
Yeah.
Again, you can replace it. You can have the other options also. If there is no resin, agri or the sugar cube or the fruit slices also, they can be replaced with that, because there is so much more.
Yeah.
Cover.
This is a common exercise in mindfulness, mindful eating.
Yes, mindful eating.
Yeah. So we've done it with our students as well before.
Yeah, but when doing it with the student and doing it with yourself,
Yeah.
experience.
It's a difference, yeah, actually.
So how you are, like I shared with you that, sipping your tea. And though we are sipping our tea, but we are constantly going back forth, or hardly being aware that, okay, what is the weight of that teacup? And when I take sip, how much weight has become less than it was before that sip. So when you read that Miracles of Mind, and he said that when you are doing your dishes and there are many dishes and somebody is having tea outside and you think that, okay, let me wash my dishes quickly and then I will have tea with them. He said, you are not practicing mindfulness. He said, if you cannot practice mindfulness now while doing dishes, the same person will go who will have tea. You will not practice mindfulness there also. Yes. So
very well said. Very
exactly.
well said. Yeah,
If it is not now, it cannot be in the future.
correct.
Yes. So another game-changing that habit, there can be many also, but how in the time of difficult emotion, you know, what else can become a mindfulness trigger is one is that definitely this gratitude meditation. You have done that gratitude meditation, or shall we do that gratitude meditation?
No, I have not done it. I have not done
Okay.
this.
So let us do that. It is a game changer, trust me. Like life, law of attraction says that change your frequency. This is the one. The Ho'oponopono, you said that. This is what, without saying, and you can expand it to the entire earth also. There are so much to be grateful for. So let us have this again. Let
Gratitude meditation. Gratitude meditation is common practice that can enhance one's sense of contentment and appreciation. Let us begin by taking a moment to settle your body into a comfortable position. You may close your eyes or you can keep them slightly open with a soft focus, looking downward a few feet in front of you. Allow your spine to lift and your shoulders to soften. Relax your eyes, your facial muscles, and overall your body. Let us begin this practice of gratitude by just noticing something simple that you are experiencing right now. It could be seeing the side of a tree swaying gently in the wind, or the raindrops, feeling a warm cup of tea in your hands, feeling the warmth of sunlight on your skin, maybe the experience of comfort from the chair that you are sitting on, or simple wonder of pausing in the middle of your busy life to engage with this practice right now. choosing one simple thing to notice in this moment. Allow it to fully absorb into your experience and let appreciation and gratitude arise and fill your body and your mind. Appreciation for this one simple moment right now. Now bring to mind someone who you really care about, someone who makes your heart sing in some way. Picture that person in your mind and think about what this person means to you. What you appreciate about this person. Who is this person and what you have experienced together. And the impact that this person had on your life. And as you imagine the person, notice what feelings you are experiencing. What sensations you detect in your body, especially those in the area around your heart. And let yourself express gratitude towards this person. Thanking him or her for being who this person is and for his or her presence in your life. And imagine this person receiving your gratitude and feeling it. Now, thinking about the tools that you use that support your work in your life. Tools like your computer, your mobile phone, books, it could be some equipment, or even the buildings that you occupy. Consider all that was needed for their creation. Knowing how much these things have benefited you for your work and survival. Just feeling some appreciation and gratitude that you have access to these tools. And now, feeling gratitude for the people who you work and live with. Perhaps thinking of a particular person whose work or effort directly supports your work in life. appreciating their contribution, their good intention, saying in your mind to them, thank you. Now think of someone who you don't know very well, who has supported your experience today in some way. Could be a bus or cab driver, a person who sell the fruit or vegetables in the nearby store, maybe the security person in your society or workplace, or the author of the book you are reading right now. But just reflecting on someone who you don't really know, who has supported you in some way. And allow yourself to feel how you benefited from the gift of their work. Allowing yourself to feel some appreciation and gratitude. Now bring to mind something in particular that you are grateful for today. Something that made a difference to you, or that you especially noticed. Perhaps it was a smile of someone on the street, someone's kind words, selfless action, feeling the appreciation and gratitude you have for its presence in your day. And now, as you bring these things to mind for what you are grateful for, allow yourself to rest in this experience of gratitude. When you cultivate this practice of gratitude, you may even find yourself able to be grateful for difficult or unpleasant experiences. So, if you would like, bring to mind an experience in your life that might be a little challenging, one for which you would like to be able to express thanks for challenging you in some way. Offering your appreciation. Thank this challenge for what it may offer you. Expanding this feeling of gratitude for your body now. Gratitude for your mind. And gratitude for the simple fact of being alive in this moment. And finally, appreciate the opportunity to pause and experience this very practice of gratitude. for all that you brought to mind during this practice. For all the countless gifts in your life, say thank you to all the people, to all that is around you and part of you. For all that you have experienced in your life. For all of this, say thank you and allow the sense of gratitude fill you completely as you breathe in and breathe out. Settling your mind on your breath, here and now, fully alive and present in this moment. Finish with a full deep breath in and long slow breath out. Gently and slowly open your eyes, returning your awareness to where you are. If you would like to extend this practice, cultivate the habit of thinking about something that you feel grateful for every morning, right when you wake up. If it helps, feel free to write about it in a journal. Thank you.
Yes, Malika, how was it? What is the difference now?
This was very deep indeed. Yeah, this was like, is really very powerful. Yeah, it really calms you down. It was really wonderful.
Yeah, at the same time, it put you at the place of where you are feeling that, there is so much to life.
Yeah.
Like I was generally reading, and it was mentioned that, opening your awareness within your body, even from where you are feeling pain to the entire body, then you start seeing that how small that portion of body is where you are feeling pain compared to the entire body. But we don't appreciate that entire body. We only complain about pain. So if instantly, switch your mind from lack to the abundance. That is why I said that it's a game changer. Law of attraction talk about change of frequency. These are the very method to change our emotional frequency. Yes. So apart from that meditation, yes, as the mindfulness is all about formal and informal, the other way of feeling grateful or gratitude is having such gratitude stone, or maybe it's not written gratitude stone, but you carry it in your, purse, or you look at something and you feel gratitude. Pick up that point And every time, like in your purse, it is there. Every time you open your purse, you see it and you remind yourself, okay, you have to be grateful for. Because as that says that how often do you pause to express gratitude? So from morning till night, if we look back, then we will see that hardly we are expressing our gratitude. But like that, I shared with you that Thich Han, who said that be grateful because you are able to inhale this breath. So even that breath, single breath you are inhaling, be grateful for that. And this breath is connecting you to the eternity. So that's how powerful that gratitude exercise is. Making a habit, like, getting up first thing in the morning, you are able to breathe. You feel that, yes, you are fully alive. You have such a wonderful bed and a home and your family. It instantly changes your vibration. So yes, remind yourself, maybe put a note, write down somewhere that I am grateful for something at this moment. As a reminder, like the gratitude stone, or again, getting into that exercise of what are you most grateful for? At this moment, what are you most grateful for? Maybe your parents, maybe your family, maybe that work, maybe that money which you have drawn from your work or saving, or it can be anything. What are you most grateful for at this moment? Then if you express gratitude on an even more consistent basis, what would be the difference in your life? Can you feel that if you express gratitude more often, then how your life will be? Just think about it for 30 seconds or 20 seconds. Just think about it. Yes. So how do you envision this mindful gratitude stone exercise impacting your life in a long run? This is what you just did. Another game changing is criticizing to God spotting. Most of the time we are on the first side, criticizing. This is not right and that is not right. This person is like this and this person is like that. So we are constantly just in this for that. This is the exercise. Name those 5 people. What do I like, admire, and or respect about the following 5 people with whom I already have close relationship. So what are these 5 qualities? So write down those names, write down what you admire, like or respect the other person for. So it brings you to the mind of from criticizing to gold spotting, and then switch that exercise. What do I like, admire, and or respect about the following three people who I experience tension? So at certain moment, we may experience certain emotions with the people, but that doesn't mean those people are always like they at the present moment. So there could be good qualities. So when I set my mind to look for the qualities, good qualities, then it will give me, bring to that focus the good qualities. Or if I set my mind to find a fault, then my mind will always look for the faults. Let's look at the spy serials, CID or whatever you call it. So first thing they do is they always look at everybody from a suspicious, and then they go on finding the proof which prove that they were right. That's how the mind is tuned to. So we set our mind, okay, now I need to find fault. And then we look for the proof. Unconsciously, we look for the proof. That see, this person is not good. But we are not even aware this is how I have already set my mind. And then our mind goes into that finding proof, validation of my belief that this person is not right. But gold spotting, as I said, it's a game changer, another game changer. So I set my intention to let me look for good in this person. And as you have heard that beauty lies in the eyes of beholder. So it is my mind which is directing me what to look for. So when I set my mind in the right state, then obviously it will look for that. Or like Amar Akbar Anthony wali movie where Amitabh Bachchan is standing in front of a mirror and dressing. So the dressing on the mirror will not help. That this person, if this person changes, then I will feel better. Because the mirror is just reflecting the person who's standing in front of the mirror. So my environment, my surrounding is just reflecting my inner state. This is what the enlightened people say. The whole world is your reflection. So gold spotting is curing that person who's standing in front of the mirror, not the reflection in the mirror. So you will get this also in your exercise PDF. This is another exercise, a 2-week inner wisdom challenge, where basically let me share with you that there are 4 days and there are 4 sentences. So day 1, the sentence is, if I am 10% more accepting of myself today, you will receive it in the worksheet, don't worry. I'm just sharing with you how to do that exercise. So if I am 10% more accepting of myself today, then write what will happen. And if I am accepting 10% more of myself today, then dash dash dash. So you fill up that. Whatever you feel, that if you are able to accept yourself more, then you are accepting yourself 10%. It's like the crying baby. You pick up and you pat on the back. How that baby will feel. So and don't think consciously or logically. Let it just come out on its own. Not thinking, just writing. You are not able to come up, okay, that's okay. Then to honor myself means what? If I honor others, it means what? I held them in respect, I look at them in certain way. So all those things. And then if I bring 10% more mindfulness awareness to my fears, the fears of losing control, losing my temper, or whatever it can be. If I become more, mindful 10% than I was towards my fear, what will happen then? So these are the 3 categories in day 1. Then same thing again on day 2. That if I am 10% more accepting of myself today, then what? And then to honor myself means what? And if I am more 10% more mindfully aware towards my fear, then what? And lot of time, if you see, or rather not lot of time, the whole in our life, we are just everything, whatever we are doing is out of fear. And there is a person who shared that what is fear? What is the nature of fear? Or what is fear? He said that the whole race of human race developed nuclear bomb only because of this one element called fear. Just to become more powerful, because there is a fear. The borders were created because of that fear. He said, but nobody thought of overcoming this fear. And he said that if you look at that fear, what is that fear? Is just a thought of fear, nothing else. And everything is springing from that. And Swami Vivekananda said that people worship God because of this fear. If I don't do that, then this will happen. And here we are doing the exercise that if I become 10% more mindful towards my fear, what will happen there? So what can be achieved? So this was it for the today. You have any question or sharing?
No, sir. No questions. So this, like here it says to not more than 3 minutes each morning.
Correct.
Okay.
Because morning we are already fresh.
Okay. Okay.
You can do it in the morning. You can do it later also. But once you develop the habit, automatically you will start.
Okay.
Knowing. Okay. Oh, there is so much inside.
Right.
How unconsciously we have been living all these while.
Right. The fear thing that you said was really wonderful. I mean, whatever we do, it comes from the place of fear.
Exactly.
But who was that person who, I mean, defined fear or who talked about this concept? You said Swami Vivekananda.
No. Swami Vivekananda said that we worship God even because we have a fear.
Okay.
He said that if people would have been taught to fear the karma instead of God, the world would have become much more peaceful place. We are not fearful of creating karma, but we are we have a fear of God.
True. I think that is very
Not
true.
the God who punish or rewards. It is the karma.
Correct.
The person who talk about this fear is Indian
Who's that? Jaggi Vasudev.
No. J. Krishnamurti.
Okay.
J. Krishnamurti.
Jaggi Krishnamurti. Yeah. Heard of him.
He has passed away.
Yes. But I've seen a couple of, I think, videos of him. There are YouTube videos.
Correct. He was regarded by the Western philosophers and religious bodies as a contemporary Buddha.
Oh, okay.
And they found him in the beach of Chennai.
Okay.
They took him to, because the way he was talking, and then he was performed certain certain magics and all that, and they thought that okay, now he has been created the most powerful and most power person, and let us take him to the West, and where he will rule that entire religious organization.
Okay.
And he was given that position, and he said, now you take decision. He said, destroy this whole organization. Need. Why are you creating this? Because you have a fear that your value will be higher than other if you don't have this organization. The first decision he took, he said, not required any organization. That's how he was bold. He said, I don't need this. People don't need that. Why do you need this? You need this because you are thinking you are somebody else. And that's the whole problem. You are thinking you are somebody else. And this thinking is the problem. The moment you drop that mind, you come into that being. And when you are into the being, who can destroy you?
Yes, I've heard about him, and I've seen a couple of. I've heard from someone else also about Krishnamurti, J. Krishnamurti, and I've tried to Google a little bit, and I saw some YouTube videos also.
Correct.
Yeah.
Wonderful speaker.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time. And for next week, I will keep you informed in the next 2-3 days. Just give me 2-3 days.
Please.
I'll inform you, Pakka, because I'm sure that those 2 days are the days, and they have not actually. So whatever the trainings also would be in the weekends mostly. So we'll do it. We'll do our last bit maybe during the weekdays. We'll finish it off. Yeah. So they might not start off immediately after the training. Maybe they give a day. So we can do it on Tuesday probably.
Okay.
Monday. So Sunday and Monday I have those 2 days. So Tuesday we can do it.
Okay.
So that again there shouldn't be anything coming up and I miss out on this last.
Correct. And then that same rhythm we can.
Yeah. Then the flow will be lost.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll just give me 1 or 2 days. I'll ping you.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.